All right. Today I'll be talking about business insurance. Another name of business insurance is, as all you know, commercial insurance. I'm just going to give you guys some basic textbook learning. I have to because I just don't want to make it up. And, from my own mind, doesn't matter how experienced or how much I know or all that. It's all about references, right? And this is a very important industry. Before I provide you anything, every little piece of, information, it should be coming to the references. That's what I personally believe as well. So based on U.S. Chamber of Commerce, we do have a reference right here. It says, according to the U.S. Small Business Association, SBA, there were 33.3 million small businesses in the United States in 2023, which is 99.9% of businesses in the country. Try to understand, 99.9% of all businesses in the country. Small businesses are defined as independent businesses with fewer than 500 employees. Of these, 27.1 million are managed solely by their owners. 27.1 million are managed solely by their owners. Small businesses are a critical part of U.S. economy, employing nearly half of the American workforce and representing 43.5% of the country's GDP. They are also responsible for creating jobs, with the small businesses credited with 63% of new jobs created between 1995 and 2021. Small businesses also account for 97.3% of all exporters and 32.6% of non-export value. And basically, now I'm going to be try to give you a definition of what actually, business insurance or commercial insurance is in our insurance industry. One of the reference, it says, business insurance covers losses related to unexpected events like lawsuits, accidents, or natural disasters, among others. Different types of commercial insurance products include general liability, which in general we call GL, or general liability insurance, or GL insurance, professional liability, property insurance, and home-based business insurance. A lot of people now, they are learning about home-based businesses because especially since 2020, a lot of people actually, they ended up, even today, working from their home. It's called, remote jobs, or like, you're working from your home, especially 2020, 2021, 2023. A lot of your company, a lot of your employers actually, they require the employee to work from home. That's called remote jobs, but I'm not talking about that here. I'm talking about home-based businesses, meaning that you do have a home-based business, meaning that the home that you live in, certain part of the home basically could be the front room or back room, whatever comfortable for you. You do have a section or do have a room designated just for your own business, meaning you're conducting your business from that particular room, right? So for that business, whether you are seeing your clients, they're coming, walking through the door to meet up with you up to that room, or whether you're meeting with clients outside at the porch, or whether you're not meeting at the client, maybe virtually providing all your services, that's a different thing. But a home-based business is basically, it says it all by word, right? It's very simple English. It's a business that you're running from your home. That is called home-based business. And guess what? There's insurance policy coverages for that too as well, right? And also I'm going to explain a little bit about business insurance, also known as commercial insurance. Protects businesses from financial losses caused by unexpected events, liabilities, or risks. It can help ensure financial stability, safeguard assets, and mitigate risks that are inherent in business operations. The type of insurance and coverage a business needs depends on several factors, including the type of business, the number of years of the business has been in operation, and the business's claim history. All right? So these three factors I'm going to actually have to repeat again for you to understand. The type of insurance and coverage a business needs depends on several factors, including, meaning that it could be more factors. I believe there are, if I'm not wrong, but normally it includes the type of business, what kind of business that you have, the number of years of the business has been in operation, how long you've been running this business, basically, that's what it says, and the business claims history, meaning that how many insurance policies you already had that on that business, and if you ever had any claim whatsoever, Remember, I always talk to you guys about the underwriter, right? Because the underwriters, they are the basic, administrator of an insurance company sitting in the back office. They are the one, once we as an agent and broker, we put anything in the system, they are the one actually review all the information. And at the end of the day, they are the one actually come up with the decision, whether it will be covered or will be rejected. So just get that cleared out, right? As a broker, a lot of time you will be seeing like your broker will be giving you like 5 different quotes based on what kind of risk that you have. And once again, you're gonna have to probably choose one of them, or probably you're asking your broker like, what you recommend based on you and the broker at the end of the day, or the agent, whatever conversation it takes place between you and the agent. But the bottom line, if you confirms with your agent or broker like, hey, this is the policy I want, so can you just go ahead and bind me? Then what's going to happen? The broker or the agent will go ahead and click on that button. It says bind, and once it gets binded, it's going to come up with a confirmation saying that it's been binded. You have been binded with an insurance contract. But once again, there are so many terms and conditions, how long this bind is valid for, when you might even get your original policy, based on whether the underwriter will at the end of the day eventually will approve your policy or reject your policy. So it's better for everybody just to go ahead and if you're binded, the moment you get binded, if I'm not wrong, the insurance company will send you a bunch of emails with the confirmation of the bind. I'll also as well will let you know how much you'll be paying, how much you're already being charged before you're binded. If you're into sign a contract of monthly installment plan, or you already had paid in full whatsoever. On top of that, the restrictions, the terms and conditions that might come up with the bind, and also exclusions like what this bind might mean to you, like that will not be covered, meaning that it could be excluded. Also, with the estimated time, I believe, whether the broker or agent will probably tell you verbally, or even the insurance company might tell you like how long it might take, 7 to 10 business days whatsoever. Everything depends on the insurance company or carriers, state to state, and all that. This is just a basic idea I'm trying to give you guys. Now you might be asking like, can I give you some examples like, what are the risks in the insurance industry? Actually, we call everything as a risk. Everything as a risk means every time we have a customer, we have a bona fide valued, customer or client. They basically ask us what, like, can you please write me a business policy, business insurance policy, or I would like to insure my business. This is the basic way they just ask, right? So as an insurance professional, our job is to find out. In our industry, we call it something, it's actually appetite. Like, every time we get into the portal, we do have that option basically to see what kind of businesses the client is asking for, and the platform based on that company platform, whether that business do they have that option to actually go ahead and try to even write a policy on that or not, right? But what happens is, as an insurance professional, absolutely, it's our job is to make sure that the type of business that you're asking for and the type of company, maybe as a broker, you try to probably try to get a quote like as much as you can for the client's best interest, right? Because you have to understand the difference between an agent and a broker, right? The agent, if I'm not wrong, based on the state laws and everything, basically represent the insurance company they work for, and the broker, they actually represent the client. So the broker basically thinks about the best interest of the client, of the possible insured, like what might be the best fit for that person. At the same time, the broker actually gets in platform, means they do have that option basically to give a client more than one quote, like 1, 2, or 3, or even more, depends. And then once again, the client actually the one actually will come up with a decision saying, hey, based on everything that you explained to me as a broker, I'm going to go with that. Or also a lot of time the clients might be saying, what's your recommendation? Then in between they come up with something. But once again, the client has to make a decision, right? Whether they would like to go ahead with that policy to be binded or not, or going so forth, in future, forward or not. So once again, as we have so many businesses in America, right? Like 33.3 million in small businesses, once again, based on 2023 SBA statistics. So that is a huge number, right? I don't believe any other country around the world, since I'm an international person as well, like, as a Bangladeshi American. That's why I also try to bring you guys some international references based on, where I'm from, how long, I've been staying here. Well, I believe I've been making 30 years in 17, 2027, I believe. So I came really young when I was, trying to go to college and all that. So at the end of the day, the international experience, that's why I'm trying to bring a lot of time, because it might help you to understand the differences between country to country as well. So what I'm trying to say right here, I don't believe any country around the world has 33.3 million small businesses, if I'm not wrong, right? So this is a huge number. And guess what? Pretty much every businesses, even starting from a home business, as long as they're requiring insurance to be covered for the rainy day. So it's important to understand the necessity of business or commercial insurances. Now, I'm going to have to give you some examples of, business insurance can cover a variety of risks. Once again, we call it risks. And the definition of risk is what? Risks are like, chance of loss or uncertainty. Risks are something that is uncertain. You don't know. I mean, nobody knows what might happen. This is something completely uncertain, or chance of loss, meaning that any loss could happen, if I'm not wrong, right? And perils are different. Perils are like, causes of loss, and perils are something that gets to covered by insurance policy based on the terms and conditions. Once again, as a reference, fire is the most common peril for all property insurances, right? Pretty much every property insurance, if I'm not wrong, they have a basic peril. One of the most important one is a fire. What happens, because we do get to see a lot of fire happens around our neighborhood, around state to state, country-wise, even internationally. And if I'm not wrong, once again, the property insurance used to be named as fire insurance years ago, right? And if I'm not wrong, America has the highest and largest insurance industry as well. All right, if I'm not wrong, then once again, so the business insurance can cover a variety of risks, such as property, damage to buildings, tools, equipment, and inventory. Employees, medical expenses and lost income for injured employees. Customers and clients, medical expenses for customers who file lawsuits against the business. Professional liability, normally we also call that as errors and omissions. We as a professional, pretty much we all have to carry our insurance, errors and omissions insurance as well. A lot of time we don't even get to get a contract with a company or a platform unless we have that, and that's an excellent thing. It's all about coverage. It's all about being protected for the rainy days. Try to understand that, right, guys? Professional liability, or also named as errors and omissions, costs related to claims that the business made errors in the services it's provided. And then legal liability, basically I would say lawyers, if I'm not wrong, paralegals, if I'm not wrong, notary publics, if I'm not wrong. Product liability, business interruption, crime, cyber attack, or data breach. And also, business auto, like, if you have a business and if you have 3 trucks and those trucks needs to be insured. So those trucks, auto insurance will be commercial auto insurances, right? If I'm not wrong. Because those are used, or you're trying to use them for commercial purposes. So that is the basics of business insurance, guys. That is very important to understand, that if you have a business that you're running, I would definitely even dig down, research to see what kind of insurance that I really need for the rainy days, or if anything goes south. Because if you get a lawsuit and whatsoever, if you don't have the right coverage to be covered with, meaning that if you don't have the right insurance and that sort of nature, trust me, a small business owner, even a big business owner, might get a big hit, which might be so high for that person or entity that they might even come to a conclusion that they will no longer be able to run their businesses, and so to say also call for bankruptcy and that sort of nature, if I'm not wrong, right? So it's good to have also a business insurance for the type of business that you're running, today, or especially you're running for so many years, or maybe you're planning to open up a new business whatsoever. Try to understand. It's very important to understand, if you open up a business, or if you already have a business, you should definitely even consult with your insurance broker or agent to see if you have the right coverage or insurance, or if you need to change or update something. But at the end of the day, business insurance or commercial insurance, it's another type of very important insurance for our insurance industry in the United States of America. All right, that's it for today, guys. Have a good one, and I will see you guys again for the next one. Bye-bye.